According to the data released by the Bureau of Economic Analysis, BEA, the decrease of core PPI, Producer Price Index, to 3.4% could provide important signals about the future of the economy. Let's first look at what CPI, Consumer Price Index, and PPI, Producer Price Index, mean, and then focus on the significance of core PPI and its economic implications. 1. CPI, Consumer Price Index. CPI measures the change in prices of goods and services purchased by consumers over a specific period. It reflects changes in the general price level and is a key indicator of inflation. A high CPI typically signals that inflation is rising and that goods and services are becoming more expensive. High CPI. This can depress consumer spending because people tend to spend less when prices rise. This could slow down economic growth and may lead central banks to increase interest rates. Low CPI. A low or decreasing CPI generally indicates stable prices, and consumers may have more potential to increase their spending. This can be a positive sign for economic growth. 2. PPI, Producer Price Index. PPI measures the changes in the prices that producers receive for selling goods and services. It reflects price changes from producers to the end user and often provides signals about future CPI, as producers may pass on cost increases to consumers over time. Economic implications. A high PPI indicates rising production costs, which may eventually be passed on to consumers, signaling increased inflationary pressure. Low PPI. A low or decreasing PPI suggests that producers are managing their costs well, which can help control inflation. 3. Core PPI, Core Producer Price Index. Core PPI is a subset of PPI that excludes food and energy prices, as these sectors are more prone to short-term fluctuations and external shocks, making it harder to capture the true underlying trends in prices. Core PPI falling to 3.4%. A drop in core PPI to 3.4%, which is below expectations, indicates that production costs are rising at a slower rate and inflationary pressures are less intense. This is a cleaner indicator of inflation control, free from the volatility of food and energy prices. Economic implications. Positive. A decrease in core PPI shows that producer costs are lower, which could help keep consumer prices subdued, easing inflationary pressures. This could support an increase in consumer spending and help sustain economic growth. Negative. However, a lower core PPI could also be related to insufficient demand or weak economic activity. In this case, the decrease in producer prices may stem from a lack of demand, which could signal a slowdown in economic growth. Summary: the drop in core PPI to 3.4% suggests that producer prices are increasing at a lower rate and inflationary pressures are easing. This signals that price increases in certain sectors are slowing down, but it could also indicate potential issues such as weak demand or falling costs. Such data could influence how central banks shape their monetary policies, and the broader economic impact will continue to be monitored.